there, welcome to my video on how to create and manage Thinkific communities. If you didn't already know, Thinkific communities is a great feature for you to engage with your students in a specific course, in a specific bundle, and also groups. The Thinkific communities feature is also beneficial because it's a great alternative to Facebook groups. If you think about it, Facebook groups and social media is very time consuming and it can be very distracting. And so the benefit of Thinkific communities is that your students will interact and engage with you and other participants in the course through Thinkific. The other benefit is that you can brand your community by customizing the color and the font, adding an image, and you can also add videos and other images as well. So it's a great alternative, and there are no ads and there is no kind of like sidebar distractions. It's very much more focused learning. So I'm going to go through how to create a community, how to create some posts, some best practices for some of those posts in Thinkific communities, and then finally how to manage some of those notifications so that you can show your students what the best practice is for getting notifications and to make the experience overall more positive. So let's get started. I'm going to ask you to log into your Thinkific site. I am logged into my partner account, and if you want, you can follow along. So I'm going to log in, and now that I'm here, I want to go and specifically look for this Support Your Students heading or menu bar. Under this Support Your Students menu bar, there is the Communities feature. And so when I click on this Community Features, this is what I see. I see that I have existing communities that I've created. And now for the sake of this demo, I'm going to create another one and just show you how much easy it is to use this versus Facebook groups, and also just the lack of distraction and focused learning that your students can receive from using Thinkific communities. So I'll show you again. Let's get started. Click on New Community and give my community a name and say Community Courses Test. And then I want to give my community a short description and say this community is for students to engage, interact, and support each other. It doesn't have to be too long, as you see, a maximum of 200 characters. What the cool thing is about this community is that, like I mentioned before, you can use it for students who are enrolled in a course. You can also create a community for students who are enrolled in a bundle. And this is really my most favorite feature. Most favorite reason for this feature is students in groups. So for example, if you are selling B2B, so that's business to business, so you sell your courses in large quantities to corporations, to universities, or organizations, then you really want to offer a way for students to engage with you and with each other, and with maybe the site administrator if they're having any problems logging in. And so this is what makes this feature really great. So if I click on the students in groups, I can select one of the many groups that I've already created. So let's just say I want to offer a community for people that are enrolled as part of a corporation that I've sold this specific course to. Then I can click on Corporate University and click Apply. And then the next thing I can do is choose a color, and I'm just going to pick yellow because it's fun. And then I can choose a font. And the idea behind choosing the color and font that it really brands and kind of customizes the look of your community, so that's not just, a bunch of text. It has a little bit more color and more personalization to it. And then my other favorite feature, part of this feature, is this image. I can upload an image that really describes my community. And if I click on upload, I can see that I can choose one from Dropbox, Google Drive, Instagram, Facebook. I can search for images on the web, but I do have to say, if you use anything from the web, make sure you have permission to use it in your course because there are copyright laws. And then you can also embed it from a link. And so those are the many different ways that you can incorporate an image to represent your community. So I'm just going to click on select files and then find something fun. Cool, so I picked the same one again. And if I want to modify it, I can click crop. Just crop it for fun, and then click save. And then once that's done, I'm going to click upload and allow the image to upload. And once everything looks good, make sure the description and the name of my community is accurate. I'm going to click save. So now I want to show you that I've created it. Go back to my communities tab. And you'll see this is the most recent one that I've just created. Now, if I want to edit this, I can always go to edit. I can copy the share link. But for the purposes next in this video, I'm going to go to this community to show you now what it looks like and show you best practices. So as you see, this is kind of what it looks like. And this is great because then this gives me a view of like, maybe yellow isn't the best color. It's a bit kind of bright with this font and doesn't really represent my brand. And I know there are limitations to the fonts you can use, but those are just the options within Thinkific. And so I want to recommend that when you first create your community to create a new post and have a post from you as the administrator and as the course creator to say welcome. Oops. To say welcome to the course. We're glad to have you here. Now you can add more. You can add some emojis. Play with it, have fun. But what's really, I think, a way that you can sort of take this post and really take it to the next level is have a welcome video that shows your students how to navigate the community dashboard, how to navigate anything within Thinkific, and also any upcoming deadlines and or handouts that you'd want them to know. So you can say, here is a welcome video from me. And so in this, you can embed a video, add the link here. And then once you add the link, you can click on add video. You can also add an image. So I can look into my thing and find the same image and add it as part of my welcome post. And as you can see, I can say, well, picture of community if I wanted to offer some alt text. And then once I like it, I can say create post. Now, what the other thing I can do is to take this post to the next level is then I can kind of sticky this and make this like the top post that everyone sees when they log into their community. And so if you go to this 3 dots hamburger menu bar, it will give you the option to edit this post so that if I have any typos afterwards, I can go back and change it. The default is, for me as a moderator, I will always see and get notifications if someone comments on this post. But if I want to unfollow comments from this post, I can always click on unfollow. But the most important part of this post is that I can pin it. And so as you see this pin, this little thumbtack, basically when anyone logs in, this is the first post they will see. And then I can continue creating new posts. And the idea is that someone can always type new posts, and I can say new post, XYZ post. So the idea is I can engage, and so students can share videos, they can upload a PDF of interesting things they found or feedback on assignments. This is another way to get feedback on assignments versus using the assignments feature. And then when that's all good, then click on create post. And so the idea is really that you're customizing this community to make the experience for your students much more enhanced. You're making it a little bit more personalized, less distractions from something like using Facebook. And it's managed and set up all within Thinkific. Now, the last thing I want to show you about the Communities feature is the notifications. I'm going to go back to my Communities tab. And then under Support Your Students, I'm going to click on Notifications. And under Notifications, I want to click on Admin Notifications. and then specifically look under student engagement. So the default is that I will receive notifications anytime there's a new post. They're all auto-followed, anything with assignments, etc., etc. But just so you know, these can all be toggled off at any time if you don't want to receive new posts or have everything be auto-followed, because you might just be the kind of person who just logs in every day and wants to check it at their leisure. Then that is an option for you. Or you may feel like, getting an email sometimes someone posts something in the community is very overwhelming, especially if you're in a big group learning course program and there's 100 students, then it might be very overwhelming to get a notification every time a student in the course decides to post something, to comment. And these days people feel very overwhelmed by getting so much email. So I hope that helps in terms of understanding and navigating how to create and manage Thinkific communities. If you like this video, give a like. If you have a comment or question, leave a comment or question. Any feedback is welcome. And also hit the subscribe button if you haven't already hit subscribe. And let me know any questions and our future videos that you'd love to see. Thanks again, and talk to you soon.